Hi, I'm Jim McFarland with the Shoe Service Institute of America. In this video, I am going to discuss how to tell when your shoes need to be resoled. Once you have a favorite pair of shoes, you don't want to just throw them away because the outsoles are worn. An SSIA Cobbler can easily replace the outsoles and heels on a pair of men's dress shoes, thereby greatly extending the life of those shoes. In most cases, a pair of men's shoes can be resoled several times, extending the lifetime of that shoe 10, 15, even 20 years. In addition to giving new life to a pair of worn shoes, in most cases, an SSIA Cobbler is going to resole your shoes using better materials than what was originally on those shoes. Failure to properly identify your shoes when they need to be resoled can actually lead to significant and expensive to repair damage. So by properly identifying when your shoes need to be resoled, you can keep your shoes looking in great condition and save them from extensive damage. There are a few key points to consider when assessing when your shoes need to be resoled. Number one, if you've already worn a hole in the bottom of your shoes, they need to be resoled. Allowing your shoes to get to this point allows water to enter through the bottom of the shoe, which can cause damage to the cork, damage to the insoles, and damage to the welt. Number two, the easiest way to identify that an outsole has reached the end of its lifetime is to take your fingers and put them in front of the shoe, and then take your thumb and rub it across the middle of the shoe. If it's starting to get thin, you will feel a little ripple effect in the middle of that shoe, and you will know that the middle of that shoe is getting worn into the point to where if you wear it much longer, you're going to wind up with a hole in the bottom. Number three, examine the edges of the shoe, especially the toes. Even if the center of the outsole is thick and firm, you may have worn through the toes or the edges of the shoe. One thing about wearing the shoes too long, if you wear into that welt, in many cases we have to replace that whole thing, and then it becomes very expensive. So we want to catch that wear before you get into that welted area. Also, check the outsides of the shoe, because some people tend to walk to the outside of the edges. Even though it's thick and firm through the middle, it's worn on the side. Number four, heels. When you're looking at your heels, sometimes they call them a rubber top lift, or you may not have rubber, you may have a combination heel. Just check the edges. You can look at the edge head on and see if it's worn over, and if you've got some wear there, that's easily replaceable. Some people will wear one or two heels out before they wear the sole out. Some wear them out at the same time. If you're not quite positive, take them to your local SSIA Cobbler. They'll be glad to go over the shoes with you, help you check them out, and come to a decision. So these are 4 ways to tell when your shoes need to be repaired, resoled, reheeled. And once we take that shoe and repair it, you're going to have that same wonderful, comfortable shoe back in your wardrobe to last for many years. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button below so that you can learn when we release new videos. Also, click on the link to the SSIA page, not only to find helpful information about your shoes, but also your closest SSIA shoe repair store. And don't forget to shop the shoe store in your closet. I'm Jim McFarland with the Shoe Service Institute of America, and thank you for joining me.